All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Daily Supply podcast. I appreciate all you guys for being here. Today we got a good amount of some fucking hot topics to talk about. We got 3 huge boxing cards that happened over the weekend. I didn't even know about one of them until fucking Sunday. It looks like Zuffa is going to be doing their cards on Sundays, which is pretty fucking dope. So that means you'll have fights on Saturdays and Sundays from now on when Zuffa has a card as well. LeBron finally made his fucking decision. I think it surprised every fucking buddy. I'm pretty sure it surprised everybody. And then we're going to talk about some fucking exciting fucking stories for some people in the reselling market, the vintage market. And then we'll finish with my overrated, underrated segment. So, we're going to talk about that Anthony Joshua Prenga fight, Errol Spence Tszyu, and Berlanga. LeBron went to Philly, just said that. Pretty fucking crazy. And then I'm also going to talk about some sneaker releases that happened this week. As I mentioned in the previous episode, I want to start doing a little something on sneakers because, as you guys know by now, I am a sneakerhead myself. And there's fucking fire drops every week, so might as well fucking talk about the drops for that week for every fucking episode, as right now we're doing it once a week. And then, again, I do plan on moving it to at least a couple times, maybe even 3-4 times a week, but we'll see how that goes because I got a million other fucking things going on, as you guys know. Especially if you guys follow the fucking vlog. You guys know that I resell again. I'm in the hemp space, cannabis space. Got a lot of shit going on there. So I'm just a busy motherfucker. And then we're going to finish up with the, like I said, overrated, underrated segment. But let's get right into it. Anthony Joshua versus Christian Prenga. That fight was fucking crazy. For a second there, I thought Anthony Joshua was going to get upset. Motherfucker got dropped with that fucking Mino uppercut. And then he got dropped again and barely survived the first round. And then I, as many people, thought that an upset was getting ready to fucking happen. But he got his shit together and ended up stopping Christian Prenga in round fucking 2. That was a crazy fucking fight. I know that on the last episode I said that it was between Spence fight and the Joshua fight. And I said that the Spence fight was going to be the fight of the fucking night. But unless Anthony Joshua possibly got upset. So it could be a toss-up for which fight was fucking better. Even that fucking Berlanga fight was crazy. But Anthony Joshua fucking responded like a fucking champion. Took boy out. It was a great fucking fight. It was a really good card overall. Anthony Joshua definitely showed heart, stayed composed. I thought it was funny at the end of the fight, though. I was telling everybody, like, calm down. That was good. The whole thing. Nah, bro, you were in trouble. You were in trouble in that first round. I'll tell you that. But he has that elite fucking killer instinct, and he got it done in the second round. Chin, definitely questionable for Anthony Joshua. We have seen that on previous fights for sure. If you have watched him fight, it was a bit of a actually, no, that fight wasn't slow at all. It was fucking crazy. It was a slow start for Anthony Joshua, but that fight was a fucking banger for the 2 rounds it lasted. And then now, question for you guys: does this increase or decrease your confidence in Anthony Joshua? I think they're talking about Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury next. That's going to be a fucking crazy one, too. If he fucking goes down against Tyson Fury, though, that's, I think, a lot more trouble to be in than against Christian Prenga. I'll tell you that. Hamza Shiraz got his dub, just like we thought he was gonna get it. And then Josh Kelly got the dub. That was a really good fucking fight. I thought that was a close fucking fight as well. Josh Kelly did his thing, though. You know what I mean? Showed the heart of a champion. Showed that he could be in there with the fucking best. But that was a really, really good fucking fight right there. And then overall for that card, I would give that card a... what would I give that card? I'll give that card a... I'll give it an A. It was a good card. Really good card. Especially, it was very entertaining. So that card will get an A. My favorite fight was probably that fucking Anthony Joshua one, just because of the fucking crazy potential upset that was getting ready to fucking happen, and then him coming back and knocking him out in the second round. That Josh Kelly fight was really fucking good too. And then the next one we're gonna talk about, dude, it's so funny because I mentioned this. I know I mentioned this, but Errol Spence versus Tszyu. It was a fucking war the whole time. Tszyu's just the younger, bigger, better fighter in this fight for sure. He was definitely controlling the ring more. He was just fucking hounding fucking Errol Spence the whole time. He was just hovering over him. Spence was doing his thing. I mean, Spence looked good for that fucking 3-year layoff. But I do think that 3-year layoff had an effect on him. And just as I fucking said, if he lost this fight, actually, if any of them, whichever one of them would have lost the fight, their careers would have they'd be in trouble. And after that fight, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but Errol Spence has announced that he will be retiring from boxing. I think it's a good move. You know what I mean? You don't want to just fucking keep going down because the competition in that weight class is just fucking crazy. Tszyu looked really fucking good. And then as far as the technical breakdown, Tszyu had the fucking power. Errol Spence had the speed, but his punches weren't hurting Tszyu like Tszyu's punches were hurting him, if you ask me. Ring IQ, they were both up there. Conditioning, they were both, you know what I mean, well conditioned. Especially because, dude, Errol Spence threw a fucking shit ton of punches for sure. That boy was fucking swinging. He was catching Tszyu, but Tszyu was just a bigger dude, was just eating his shots. So that was a really good fucking card. And then the other card was the Berlanga versus, fuck, I can't believe I forgot homie's name. The Canadian boy. The Berlanga and Steven Butler. Dude, that was a fucking good fucking fight too. Berlanga almost got upset. He was in fucking deep trouble. I remember right before that fight started, I posted on my Instagram story that if Berlanga loses, over with for him. It's a fucking wrap. It was a fucking wrap if he fucking lost. And he almost fucking lost. At the end of the day, after that fight, I mean, he did have a strong finish in that fight, but there's still some fucking building up to do for that boy. I think he may have reached his peak when he got to fight Canelo, and then he got his ass beat by fucking Hamza. So, I mean, we'll see. You never know. I know he's got that fucking drive in him. I know he could prove me wrong for sure, but I know he's got a fucking mountain to climb. So we'll see how that goes. Overall, that fucking card gets a fucking A as well. Hitchinson looked really fucking good. That motherfucker was just teeing off on home. He just dominated that whole fucking fight. So I give that card an A as well. Now we're going to move over to the NBA. And LeBron finally made his fucking decision. And boy, did he fucking shock everybody, I feel like. I don't know if you guys thought he was going there, but my two choices were Cleveland or Miami. He went with Philly. Philly's a fucking fully loaded team. Like the most stacked team, I think, in the NBA right now. When you got Embiid, you got Maxey, you got Brown, LeBron James, and then you also have Edgecombe. So you have LeBron, Maxey, Embiid, Brown, and Edgecombe. I'm going to tell you guys this. So in the last episode, if you guys saw, I stated that if LeBron went to Miami, the two teams I could see, or I got going to the Eastern Conference Finals was fucking New York and Cleveland, I believe. New York and Cleveland. I think I said that. Fuck, I don't know what I fucking said. But anyways, and then I said that if he goes to Philly, it's between Philly and New York. In the West, it's still going to be between OKC and San Antonio. But I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I'm going to fucking say this shit right now. First of all, I think it's disrespectful that the GOAT conversation is between Jordan and LeBron more than it is between Jordan and Kobe, because Kobe is the closest thing to Jordan, if you ask me. Now, if Philly does not fucking win the title, and I'm going to say this fucking year because that team's fucking stacked, but we'll say even fucking next year. If they don't win the fucking title with that lineup, LeBron's name shall or should never be brought up in the GOAT conversation again. There's no way he doesn't fucking win the championship with the fucking Sixers. That's what I'm going to fucking say there. That's all I'm going to say there. Whether Embiid's healthy or not, because that fucking team's stacked. You got those other great fucking players. You know what I mean? So, that's my fucking take right there. If fucking LeBron does not win with Philly in these next 2 years, you cannot have that GOAT conversation with him no more. I'm going to leave that there. I'm excited for the NBA season. I'm excited for the NFL season, as I've been saying since the last episode. So, that's where I'm going to leave it. Now, sneakers coming out this week. We got some fire sneakers coming out this week. Some already fucking dropped this week. But we got the KD19s, the Berry Blast, those baby blue joints. Those are fire. We got the Nike Air Zoom Flight 98 gloves. Those actually come out tomorrow on the 31st. I need to get those motherfuckers. I remember having those way back when too. And then the 13 Flints come out. Might have to cop those. The Love Letter Jordan 1 highs come out on Saturday. And the Pharrell Addistar Jellyfish Whites come out. Those are Gasser sneakers too. And then you have the Kobe Bryant Air Force One Lord of the Rings. And then you have the Kobe 3 Protro Lows. Those look fucking fire too. Adidas Harden Volume 10 Northern Lights come out. Those are cool. And then Barbie Reebok Angel Reese ones. Those are cool. My favorite pairs out of all these are going to be of course, the Jordan 13s, always gas. And then I'm going to say the Nike Air Zoom Flight 98s. What do you know? Some fucking shoes that got relaunched. Now, what we're going to go ahead and fucking hop into next are going to be, yes. This is exciting. Some crazy vintage stories that I've seen recently. BitStitch does a really good job of staying on top of crazy stories like this. So that's where I get a lot of my fucking info on a lot of these dope ass fucking stories. But one of the stories that I saw was some lady on Facebook posted about getting help cleaning her house. Essentially, she was a hoarder. She had a bunch of shit all over the fucking house. And I guess, who was it? Who found it? Palm Trees Vintage. When they were looking at that ad, they saw like rock posters and shit like that. And they asked her if she had some shirts. She said, oh yeah, I have a bunch of fucking shirts. We're just going to fucking throw them away. So he went ahead and went to go help them out. And this motherfucker found over 60 banger ass fucking vintage tees. And came up on all of them. Came up on all those fucking tees. Let's see here. Yeah, bro. Some fucking crazy NASCAR tees. Some old Hard Rock tees. Some old comic tees. Bro, homie fucking came up. He probably came up on a bunch of fucking banger ass posters too, because those posters look fire. That's a dope ass fucking story right there. I can't wait till I fucking find some sort of fucking ad like that and come up on a huge haul. The other one that I saw was this dude, Blackland Vintage, went to garage sale and he found 10 racks worth of dead stock vintage Levi items, including a Type 3 Levi jacket. But yeah, 10 bands at a garage sale. That's fucking crazy. And then we got the craziest sale that I've seen. I think this happened like mid-July. I believe it's mid-July. Yeah, July 16th was when it was posted. I'm not sure exactly what date it got sold, but some homie sold Revived Rags Vintage, and he sold a Carhartt vintage jacket, a red one, for 3 bands. 3 bands for a Carhartt red vintage jacket. I know those red Carhartt jackets be selling for crazy money. But yeah, that's a dope ass fucking story right there. So I saw those fucking few stories. And then, wow. So that 1940s. So there was a 1940s Levi Type 1 jacket that he ended up selling for $15,600. Crazy. Now, good question for you guys. Would you guys rather own that one jacket or 300 vintage tees? Myself, I'd rather own 300 vintage tees because that's just what I would say. Another crazy fucking story that I just seen was a seller moving 100 racks worth of Kanye vintage tees. Yo, Kanye fucking anything is fucking worth money. He's just a fucking genius. He's super creative. So that's a fucking fire come up right there. 100 racks worth of Kanye vintage shit. And then one thing that I did see is someone sold actually the other story that I saw. What was the other story? I seen another one where some dude, I think he found it on eBay. Some dude was selling a vintage tee. I can't remember exactly what tee it was. He was selling a vintage tee for $50. Homie bought it. He was a reseller. Ended up being a $5,000 tee. That's a fucking huge come up right there too. So that is that. So far, some of the things that I've been seeing is that current market trends are going to be Harley tees are hot. Rap tees always hot. NASCAR tees hot. Levi's hot. But all these fucking items are always fucking hot if you ask me. At least from what I've seen, from what I sell. Speaking of what I sell, shop's fucking still been killing it. I appreciate you guys. It looks like we're getting better every day. We're growing. I appreciate all you guys. Anyone that's ever showed any kind of support, even if you just saw a fucking 5-second clip, didn't even finish the video. I appreciate you guys. So that is that. And then we're going to fucking go into overrated, underrated. I like doing this little segment right here. But Anthony Joshua, overrated or underrated? That one is tough. I'm still going to say he's slightly underrated because his chin is questionable. As we saw this fucking last weekend. But he's still a fucking killer. He still gets it done. I still think he could do it. I think he could beat Tyson Fury. So I'm going to say slightly underrated, even though the chin is questionable. And then Tyson Fury, I think he's overrated. I think Tyson Fury is overrated. Don't get me wrong. He's a good boxer. He's a giant motherfucker. But I think he's overrated. Hamza Shiraz, I still think he's slightly underrated. I know he's fucking hated on by Edgar Berlanga because he got his ass beat. I mean, who wouldn't be fucking mad at someone that gave you BTA like that? Edgar Berlanga, I think he's overrated. I think one thing that drives me crazy, I wouldn't say crazy, that just annoys me about him is that he's so fucking arrogant, especially after getting his ass beat like he has. Tszyu, I think he's underrated. Actually, yeah, I think he's underrated. I think he's slightly underrated. You know what I mean? I still think he has it in him. He's still a beast. Errol Spence, I think Errol Spence Jr. is rated right where he should be. Even after this last fucking fight against Tszyu. LeBron in Philly, I guess it depends on how we're asking that. So LeBron himself in Philly, I think is, how do I fucking say this? So Philly's going to be fucking good regardless, whether they got LeBron or not, is what I'm trying to say. So LeBron in Philly is a little overrated, even though he does bring fucking crazy basketball IQ. That team is already good without him. He just brings that extra piece. So I definitely wouldn't say underrated. Joel Embiid, I think just because he's always fucking hurt, I think he might be just a tad bit overrated. Tyrese Maxey, I think he's underrated. Jaylen Brown, I think he's underrated. I swear I went over this one last week, but Giannis is, I think I said he's a tad bit overrated, but I would say rated just right to a tad bit overrated. That's what I would say. Now, sneakers, Jordan 4s. I think Jordan 4s are rated perfectly fine. They're fucking fire sneakers. Some of the best fucking Jordan models that came out. Nike SBs, I think those are I think they're rated just right. Kobe's rated just right. New Balances are, I still think they're slightly underrated. They got some fire sneakers. I kind of feel like with all these fucking different brands, and don't get me wrong, there's fucking fire sneakers coming out all the time. I still think New Balance is fire, slightly underrated. Adidas AE, I'm going to say rated just right. Vintage rap tees, I will always say underrated. Those are fucking bangers forever. Harley tees, rated just right. NASCAR tees, underrated. I think NASCAR tees are underrated. Single stitch tees, I would say underrated. Single stitch tees are underrated. My favorite kind of stitching. Carhartt, I would say, is rated just right. Carhartt's rated just right, for sure. So, all right. And then as we do at the end of every fucking episode, we go through the little rapid fire quick questions I'm gonna answer. Wins, Joshua or Fury? I'm gonna say, and some people might call it an upset, I'm gonna go Anthony Joshua. Best heavyweight fighter today is Alexander Usyk. One more, or Berlanga, future champion? I don't think so. Spence, one more title. As I said, I think he is retiring, so definitely no more titles, especially after that loss. LeBron, one more ring. As I was saying earlier, if he doesn't fucking get this fucking ring, don't ever mention his name with Jordan again. That's all I'm going to say there. Sneaker of the year. It's too early to tell. We're barely halfway through the year. There's plenty of fucking other fire sneakers to come out, so we're going to have to circle back to that one at the end of the year. Vintage category with the highest upside. I'm going to say any fucking category, really. Any fucking vintage category is going to have a fucking amazing upside. Especially if you find the fire deals or find the, you know what I mean, the steal that on a marketplace or at a thrift store. Even though some fucking thrift stores be tripping nowadays. Boy, I tell you, you would think they're the fucking store at the fucking mall. And these motherfuckers get the shit for free. Ain't that some bullshit? So, my question of the week for you guys, please leave it in the comments. Which market has the most upside over the next 5 years? Is it vintage clothing? Is it sneakers, sports cards, watches, or stocks? I swear I asked that question last week. I'm 99% sure I did. If you didn't watch the last episode and you're watching this one, which one do you think has the biggest upside in the next 5 years? One thing, real quick, might have to do some editing in this video. But so in the hemp market, in the fucking hemp space, Texas. So unfortunately, it looks like unless some miracle happens, which we're all hopeful for. I mean, it could still fucking happen a little down the line. But unfortunately, starting tomorrow, THCA flower and other amazing cannabinoids will be illegal to have in shops until something changes. You never know, though. Anything could fucking happen overnight. But that new implementation, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, goes into effect tomorrow. So no THCA flower at smoke shops, no other awesome cannabinoids until the judge figures out what he's going to do there. And then we also have that whole farm bill change getting ready to happen. But the good news is that I believe that marijuana, cannabis, is going to be completely descheduled. And when that happens, that just brings everything back, literally, just like that. So there's going to be some fucking growing pains for the next 1 day to fucking 3-4 months for certain states. But after we get this all fucking figured out, I think it's all going to work out in the end for all of us in the industry. And it's going to be good for everybody. Not just people in the industry, but consumers. Because consumers are, at the end of the day, the most important. Because they're the ones that take advantage of the benefits of these products. So that's what's going on there. Let's get fucking Dan Patrick out of fucking office in Texas. Fucking bum. But yeah, guys. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to have to do some editing, like I said, in this episode because I kind of fucking went in different fucking routes with this fucking episode. But yeah, guys. Appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Don't forget, I don't think I've ever said this or said this enough, but hit the like, hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate that so much. Hit the share button. And don't forget to drop your fucking answers to that question to the next fucking episode. And I'm going to fucking drop it on time, not later like I have been. I'll see you guys. Peace.